What's up, guys? Welcome back to RoyalBluFX. In this video, we're going to discuss about what a CHOCH is, what a CHOCH is not, and the continuation of a CHOCH. This is going to be a three-part series. And in the first series, we're going to talk about what a CHOCH is. Just remember, a lot of these videos take a lot of hard work to make. So if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Also, I forgot to mention to you guys that I'm going to be trying something new. What I'm going to be doing every week from now on is picking 3 people to do a free consultation with me this week. So all you have to do is subscribe, comment done, and then tell me what you love about Forex. Without any further ado, let's get into the intro.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up.
A CHOCH essentially is just a change of character. And you're going to probably ask me, like, what is a change of character? Well, a change of character is just a fancy way of saying changing direction. It's essentially just changing direction from a downtrend up to an uptrend. So I'm going to show you quickly, guys, how to identify the CHOCH once again. If you haven't already seen my other video about the CHOCH, go ahead and see that video. It'll be up here or either on the right side or the left side of the screen. Also, you can identify a CHOCH for reversals only. A CHOCH was mainly known for reversals only until I found a really amazing trick to find a continuation of a CHOCH, which will be in another video, a part of the series. So here we go. A CHOCH is essentially just a reversal in the market, right? So if you can see right over here, let's look over here. You can see how price extended over here and then pulled back and retraced, right? It's pulling back and retracing back to a demand area. And as you can see, the way to identify this is when you see your last low and your last high being violated. This is a change of character right here. All right, this is what it looks like in the markets, right there and right there. Oops. And then in 2 things have to happen before a CHOCH is confirmed or deemed a CHOCH. The markets have to break. Well, in this case, when since the market's an uptrend, you have to see the markets breaking a low first and then a high second, and then waiting for the market to come back down to the demand area, and then identifying where that demand area is, or that unmitigated order block is, and then looking for the CHOCH, for the entry CHOCH to take the buy and continue up, right? So like in this case, once price pulled back down here to this demand area, you can clearly see a CHOCH here again. There was a CHOCH identified here and a CHOCH here, right there. Okay, right there. And then you can now tell yourself, okay, well, where inside of this CHOCH, where is market going to come to and take off, right? Due to this area, you can see how it's very noisy, right? And a lot of you may not know where exactly to look for these entries, right? So as you can see here, when price broke out of this area here, it created the CHOCH, right? Price came back and mitigated this demand area. So now that this demand area was mitigated already, what we see here is another CHOCH right over here. We see a break below and we see a break above. Notice how price hasn't come back to mitigate the last down candle before the major uptrend move, right? This is initially the major move that broke this high, the higher high over here, right? So if you stretch this, and you can see clearly that price hasn't mitigated until now. And look what price is doing here. Price finally came here and it's respecting our demand area. Notice again, when the CHOCH was created, price just moved fast away from the CHOCH. It never came back to us to the demand area to take off. So in this case, we'd be very patient, wait for that whole retracement. Once the retracement has happened fully, there are traders who just place their risk to reward tool like this and then start buying, which is or is not, it depends on the trader and your appetite of risk. You can take a buy, obviously, right? There's no harm in that, but there is a safer way to take this trade rather than just taking a trade right away after you see the CHOCH. What you can do here is when price gets to this demand level, you can wait for another confirmation, another CHOCH confirmation. So as you can see over here, clearly there was another CHOCH made, right over here. Come on, here we go. And this is how you can confirm a trade or confirm your entry. Once price is broken, once price has confirmed this CHOCH, right, you can wait for the price to come back down to a unmitigated order block or an unmitigated demand area like this. Notice how price broke below first and broke a high second. And once price tapped into that order block right here with this wick right over here, you can see that price just started taking off. Right, of course, there are times when price is going to lag a little bit before price even takes off, but more times than not, price takes off immediately because of the change of character, of the change of direction that the market is choosing. In this case, it's an uptrend, right? So let's look over here for a possible re-entry, potentially. You know, say you entered here, right? Let's look at another area of entry. You entered here, now you're waiting for the market to go and tap your current high, right? You can look for another re-entry, which is right over here. Look right over here. Okay, so prices broke this high right over here, but before it breaks a high, it has to break a what? A low first. As you can see over here, we had a low break, and then we would have waited for price to break at this high. Once price broke this high, look where price came back to. Right here. You could have waited for another buy right at this low here and re-entered to look for another buy. Right? Now that price is broken above another high, okay, we can look for another potential entry. Now, sometimes price doesn't come back to the demand area. Price just takes off, and which is great because a lot of the orders that are switching are at the demand or supply level, right? This is where a lot of the buyers and sellers are fighting to see whether it's going to be a buy or a sell market, or a bearish market or a bullish market. And so, as you can see here, when price broke this next level here, when price broke this level over here, we would have waited for another potential pullback, right, or another retracement. You can see here there's an unmitigated area, a demand area right over here, and price hasn't come and tapped in. So it's fine. You can stay and wait, you know, until your TP has been hit all the way at the very highs, right? Now notice again, price is pushing back, right? And you can see that price is lower than this high here, which also means that price may not be continuing up higher anymore. Therefore, price may be pushing low. So this may be a good area to stop, maybe, you know, or cut off your trade somewhere, you know, whatever, after that retracement, because price is telling us that the market's probably going to push low and therefore come and mitigate this last CHOCH. So it'd probably do this, come down here, probably come down here and then pull back and then push the market all the way back down, right? So sometimes when price doesn't mitigate right away, or when the CHOCH doesn't mitigate immediately, price would probably tend to start moving back down against you. So that's one way you can find or identify what a CHOCH is in the market. So let's quickly find a few more, and then or a couple more, and then we'll end with this video. But in this case, let's go here again. There's an uptrend happening over here. Okay, you can see clearly again. There's CHOCHs being made here. Right over here, there's one. There's a break below, and there's a break above the market right there. If my laptop works good, there we go. Once price broke above this high, you can clearly wait and see where that last low or the last down candle is, and here's your entry, right? So you can enter aggressively here, or you can wait for a confirmation entry. You can also have another entry right over here. Once price touched, you could have entered here, obviously, or you can wait for the confirmation entry, which we have over here. We have a break below and then a break above. All right, this would have been your entry right over here with you know, a very reasonable risk. Probably your risk would be right down here, and then you would enter the market. Okay, once the market has taken off and broken this high, notice again we have another CHOCH, right? We had a break below and a break above. Notice again where price is unmitigated. It hasn't mitigated right there at all. So this would probably be your either this. You'll have two order blocks actually. Right here is one. Okay, right there, and then you'd have another one sitting right here. And sometimes markets don't touch, you know, but that's just how it is, right? You're gonna have to learn how to adapt into the market to jump into the market, or just be patient, right? I'm going to talk about how to adapt into the markets, you know, how to enter and adapting to the markets in other videos, but in this case, this is how it's done. If price pushes up, that's all good for us, right? We'd aim for this high here and complete our trade at this high, right? Now we're going to wait and see if we can catch other choches in the market. Let's see over here. We clearly have another choch right over here. Oops. Right over here we have a break of structure below and a break of structure above. Right there. Wait for the markets to pull back, and then this would be your order block right here, your entry. Alright. Notice how price doesn't actually continue from this high, or at least break above this high at all. It just stops and pulls back, which is totally fine, because now we can catch the higher structure of the market, right? Notice how we have these two unmitigated order blocks over here. You can extend each one and now wait to see which one is the appropriate buy. Right there. Now let's zoom out and see what happens here. Alright? Right there. Notice how we have order flow going down, right? Breaking and mitigating, and the order flow is downwards, right? So you might look for sells coming down, but still, the market is still an uptrend in any case, right? You could have looked for buys here, tapped, you could have bought here, and then tapped and ended up here, right? You could have waited for the market to come here again and tap here again, and bought and TP'd over here, right at the highs. And then you can continue looking for more choches right here. You can clearly see another choch. Oh, right here, I already marked it. Choch below, choch above, right there. And then waited for the markets to break this high, and then wait for price to come back here for the buy. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this video. Throw a huge thumbs up on this video and comment. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.